Oh, yeah, it's the MattyDaddy. Woo! Roster on the ropes, headlocks, elbow drops. We're talking trades. We're talking all that good, all those yums. Attention, attention. We're talking trades. Did you hear that? Wrestling, trades, wrestling with the MattyDaddy on Fantasy Football Network. I can dig it. I can dig it a lot. Don't make me hook up on you. Yeah. Guys, we're getting to that point of the season. Trades are in store literally a couple weeks away from the big guns. We're getting trade deadlines in 2 weeks. We got a lot of work to do. What I'm here to do is help you win championships, take over your league, and take control. You're in the driver's seat. Let's get those W's. Let's talk the talk and walk the walk. Woo! I got some players to compare with pro wrestlers. First off, we got a busy week of football. We only got the Broncos and Rams, so we got a lot of guys to keep in your lineups to get you that W. I'm going to go over here. Let's get our first trade target. I said trade target. MattyDaddy, why are you yelling at me? Because I love to yell. I'm excited. We're talking football. If you're not yelling at home, then it's probably too late at night. Yeah, it's probably too late at night. But let's talk wrestling. Let's talk that guy who's hulking back up, baby. We're talking week 11. It's not 2014. It's Cam Newton. Booty scooting. Cam Newton. Woo! Can you get pumped up? This is your modern day Hulk Hogan. This guy just won't go away. Oh, Kyle's hitting me with the. I got my beer right here, Kyle. You said, oh, hell yeah. Oh, hell yeah. Let's get it. Beers, headlocks, elbow drops, trade targets. Cam Newton, it's not 98. It's not 83. It's 2021, and Cam Newton is back on the grind, and he's going up against Washington football team. That Ron Rivera, who cut him, who didn't want him part of his team. Now he's in Washington. We saw how bad we sucked with Taylor Heineke, and now Cam's back on the scene. Just because he's not good in real life don't mean he's not good in fantasy, baby. Cam Newton's going to get those running touchdowns. You're going to see CMC on the field now. You know what that do? That opens the lanes. What's that song Kyle and Corey always sing on their show? Wide open spaces. Yeah, I'm talking it. Let's do it. Cam Newton. So, MattyDaddy, what am I getting rid of to get some Cam Newton? I'm getting rid of Baker Mayfield and redraft. Give me a hell yeah. Hell yeah. Passing volume's not there. Baker doesn't do it on his feet. This Browns offensive line is too good. So you're packaging some lower level guys. I think after Washington, this guy's going to be a lot higher commodity, especially in redraft. Dynasty. Another one. Dynasty. MattyDaddy. I don't want Cam. He's old. He sucks. Blake Bortles sucked too, and he's worth money. So get you some Cam Newton. What are you paying? A third? This rookie draft class sucks. Excuse my language. Got to learn the language if we're in the modern day attitude era. We're in the PG era. I don't know. I'm going to take a little drinkski. It's a rain. If you haven't heard of it, it's called Making It Rain. Make it rain on them trolls. Cam Newton, though, guys. This guy has the running upside. Like I said, you don't have to be a good quarterback in the NFL to be good at fantasy. Remember that. Hulk Hogan wasn't a good wrestler, but he stayed on top 4 years. Things to consider. Get Cam Newton in your lineup this week and get him on your team. Trade one of those duds. Trade a guy, try to package up a Clyde Edwards-Helaire, somebody like that. Get you Cam, get you a stud receiver, something like that. Make the move. Oh, Clyde's coming back. He's on the cheese. Woo! Get you some good pieces. Get you a good receiver. Get you like a Lamb and a Cam for Clyde. Maybe it's possible. You never know. But I'm loving it. It's late. Kids can talk. Dude, I'll be honest. This is a little late for football, but I know there's a lot of people out there on their phones doing their lineup, setting everything up. This is the time to do it. Guys, send some questions in. If you got a trade, who doesn't love old school wrestling and trades? I don't care if you want to talk about, Iron Sheik, I make you humble, or you want to talk about, how bad Carson Wentz is last week. I don't care. He's going to be bad this week. That's why he's a trade target. You're not going to say anything else. But a lot of intrigue with these guys. Cam Newton, he's a must start this week. Look at Tyrod. Tyrod's got a good matchup as well. Just some quarterbacks I might be targeting. But I did just bring up Carson Wentz. So I can't put, too much faith in it. But let's talk Carson Wentz because he's another guy. He's not that sexy. You don't want him on the lineup. He's kind of like gold dust. Carson Wentz, though, he's got a tough matchup against Buffalo this week. Probably going to shit the bed. Buffalo doesn't give up a lot of points to quarterbacks, so let this one simmer. Another week, he's going to struggle. Let him struggle. Trade deadlines in a week. This might be one of the most disrespected players in fantasy football. Hovers around that QB1, QB2 area, but a lot more consistency than a Tua, a Baker Mayfield, a Daniel Jones. All these other guys we see flirt in and out with QB1 weeks, and then they suck. Carson Wentz is better than that. Indianapolis is better than that. Frank Reich, you're attaching your wagon to a winning squad. Good offense. Check. Jonathan Taylor Thomas. No, not Jonathan Taylor Thomas. It's hitting Hunt, Hill, improvement. Jonathan Taylor, though. Wisconsin running back. God, that speed, man. And they use the shit out of him. You look at that O-line. It's set up for the long term. Attach your wagon to Carson Wentz. Like I said, let him shit the bed this week against Buffalo. And then go knock on the door. Get you a discount. And why is gold dust on the screen? Gold dust? But everybody does because he's not necessarily the best. But he was always there. He's a mid-card guy you can count on. He's entertaining. You put him in your lineup, he does his job. Carson Wentz, not necessarily the best quarterback, but he does his job. Fantasy football, dynasty, redraft, you want a quarterback who does their job. This guy's done his job this year. I think the future's bright. Michael Pittman, players like that. We're just getting started, baby. This is just the beginning. Guys, trade questions, comments, anything. This is my first show. I'm just getting going. But let's keep it going, guys. Let's talk another consistent piece that you need in your lineups. MattyDaddy, who you got for me, baby? That's the bottom line. While Kyle's getting a beer out of the fridge. Kyle, you drinking beer tonight? You drinking Zima again? Wine coolers with the wife? What's up? Stone Cold Steve Austin. What? I said Stone Cold Steve Austin. Hollywood Brown, guys. We're talking about a wide receiver one on the season. He has a little struggle against Miami last week. Everybody's getting off the wagon, and this is when you get on the wagon. You go on Hollywood because he's not that sexy of a name, but he gets the job done. He's going up against a great matchup with Chicago. We've seen what they've done. Bottom 5 pass D. This is the spot to attack a Hollywood Brown game. Go get him in your lineups. Make the trade. What are we giving up for Hollywood Brown? We're giving up a running back. Everybody wants a running back. Receivers, there's like 50 of them. Connor's hot. We're not giving up a Connor. Patterson, maybe, but he's got that consistency. But I like Hollywood here. I think you could package Patterson, get you a Hollywood, get you like a J.D. McKissick style running back who can still provide numbers. Depending on where you're at, Dynasty, I think this guy's a buy no matter what. We've seen Lamar Jackson's pass volume has been ridiculous this year. I think he's on pace for like 500 pass attempts, something crazy. I don't remember. But Hollywood for the future, he's going, gone, baby. Get him in those lineups. Yeah. Can I do the middle? Just one time. Okay, I'm done. Hollywood Brown, though. Trade those late first. This draft class, there's a couple RBs. We've seen how inconsistent quarterbacks are, rookies, whatnot. I'm going after Hollywood with the late first in Dynasty. This guy is a league winner. This guy is a team winner. He's connected to Lamar. I love the matchup. Dude, get me some Lamar Jackson. Hollywood Brown right here, right now. Get it to me. Going hard and going fast, MattyDaddy. Slow down. Never slow down. Just keep going. It goes on and on and on. Let's keep going. Let's go on. Let's talk the RB3 on the week last week. MattyDaddy. Are you talking CMC? You talking Jonathan Taylor? No way, Jose. Who are you talking? Put the glasses back on. Get the heck going, yeah. Because we're talking freak out, freak out, freak out. Ramonde Stevenson, the rookie. He's here to stay, yeah. Kind of like the Macho Man, first name Macho, last name Man. Ramonde! They finally freed the beast. He is in Belichick's system. They run the ball nonstop. Thursday night, he gets Atlanta. He's going to run wild, brother. We saw Harris is back, MattyDaddy. Oh, I'm scared. Harris was inactive like 5 games his rookie year. Stevenson's earned the trust. You see him playing. There's no sitting on the bench, stuff like that. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, quick hits. Yep, he did his job. 100%. Dude, loving these guys. Ramondre, though, dude, I'm telling you right now, we might have a stud on our hands at the RB position. We've seen them run the ball. I don't think Harris is what everybody thinks. I think he's a flash in a pan. I think he's in the right situation, but he can't stay on the field, and I don't think he's that good. Let's talk Ramonday Stevenson, though. We're talking 6 foot, 245 pounds. This guy is a truck. But what were my expectations? I saw preseason. I was like, dude, 245? This guy is quick. This is a guy I want in my lineup. And it took a little bit of time, but it's something going on because behind the scenes, he's won Belichick over. He's doing the things that we don't see, or he wouldn't be getting the workload. We saw how electric he looked last week. If he was on waivers and you got him, pray to the heavens, man, because you're in luck. This guy's a stud. I'm excited for Dynasty and redraft. Dynasty, I think you can move 2 seconds and get this guy. Whoa, Matty, pump the brakes, bro. We've seen 1 week of top 5 production. 1 week. There's a lot more coming our way, guys. Brandon Bolden, Damian Harris. You mean Peyton Barbers? Don't want them. I do want some Macho Man. Oh, yeah, Macho Madness. Freak out, freak out. What about the Macho Man? Why is he like Ramonde? Because he's entertaining. He is a superstar. He is going to do the job. First name, last name, in between, you name it. Macho Man, though. Everybody loves a good Macho Man story. I'm a kid. Macho Man autograph signing. Yeah, I'm pumped, man. Going to get an autograph from the Macho Man. What happens? He no-shows. Per usual. End up at a car dealership in Memphis with who? Who else? Jimmy Hart, baby. Mouth of the South. Cold beers on ice. Doot. Yep. So that was my swan song. Didn't meet who I wanted, but what can you do? Definitely going after Ramonde here, guys. Think he's a stud. Just be patient with him. You're not going to necessarily get RB1 production every week, but I'm telling you, good things are coming to those who wait. Let's see what else we got here, though, man. We got some more overlays made, some more players. Let's see what I can do for you here. Let's see. Hope everybody's enjoying the show. I know it's kind of late and it's the first show, but sometimes you got to pay your dues, baby. So that's what I'm here doing. Trying to get things started, trying to get them entertaining, and that's what we do. Also, Stevenson against that Atlanta rush defense. They are awful. Like, awful. All right, let's see. Oh, this one's going to be gross. Guess who's back? Saquon Barkley. But MattyDaddy, why are you putting him with the Ultimate Warrior? Everybody remembers the Ultimate Warrior. He was supposed to be this gangbuster of a player. Oh, man, he's so good. But he really wasn't. Oh, no, get off there. That's a secret. That's special surprise for later. You can't ruin that, MattyDaddy. Come on, man. Saquon, though, man, battling injuries. In my opinion, the Giants have had flashes, but this Jason Garrett offense, there's hope at the end of the tunnel, but not this season. What are we doing? Is this a trade target? Are you telling us to go out and trade for Saquon, MattyDaddy? No, don't do it. It ain't worth it. Don't go get you some Saquon. Get rid of Saquon. Move him now. What are you moving him for? Let's talk some trades. What can we get for him? Can we get a struggling Diggs? Somebody who's kind of bounced back, had his bye week. He's on Buffalo. Maybe a player like him and a running back. What can you do about A.J. Dillon? These other guys that are getting hot at the right time. Saquon, I don't trust it, man. I don't feel like they're going to be in the playoff hunt. I don't want this guy on my roster. Into the discussion. Don't freaking do it. Saquon Barkley. What is everybody's thoughts on Saquon? Is this a guy you guys moving forward in Dynasty? Is this a RB1 still? Or is this a guy that maybe we're fading more and more by the day because it is the Giants? We've seen the receivers kind of be off and on. We've seen Danny Dimes really hasn't played that well. I think 2 games over 2 touchdowns in through the air. I mean, we saw him have like 110 yards last week throwing. It's just ugly. In this matchup, even if he comes back versus Tampa Bay's run defense, it's only going to get worse in value, especially if he starts and does nothing. Granted, people get lucky in certain matchups, but I'm not expecting another week like Gibson had where you just suck and then you fall into the end zone. So Saquon's a sell, man, and he might be a sell in Dynasty. If you can stack up some first-round picks for this guy, get maybe an RB, a rookie RB, and 2 first. I mean, I'm not saying it's going to happen, but a Dobbins. Speaking of Dobbins, this is my weekly sob story because I love J.K. Dobbins. This is a guy who's been disrespecting with how the Ravens' offense has gone. Could you imagine J.K. Dobbins if he would have played this year? Oh, okay, I'm done. That was it. J.K. Dobbins. Pour one out for you. Oh, I'm still not over it, though. Fantasy football, wake up. It's only 11:18. Wake up. Time to grind, baby. Yeah, Saquon shipping his ass out the door. Who else I got for you? We've talked Wentz. We've talked Hollywood. We've talked booty scooting Cam Newton. What about Hunter Renfro? How big of a badass has this guy been? Gets the Bengals this week. MattyDaddy, they've been good against the pass, though. They have, but the intermediate game, they've let people take advantage of them. This is kind of I'm not getting into I don't want to use analogies right now, but this is dirty. So why is Latino Heat on here? This is another guy. Gets the job done. Redraft and Dynasty, I am targeting. He gets the Bengals this week. He gets Dallas next week. 35 points in the last 2. He's getting the receiving catches. He's getting everything you want from a wide receiver too, and he's doing it. This guy's going to be on fire, guys. We've seen Bryan Edwards struggle. D-Jax, Waller's even having some issues. So why are we all in on Renfro? Renfro's getting the targets. 6 catches out of the last 9 he's put up, and those aren't just targets. Those are catches, ladies and gentlemen. This guy's been on fire. In the Dynasty, we've seen no Ruggs. Bryan Edwards, we've expected it. Why hasn't he broken out yet? There's something there. We should have seen something. We're seeing Michael Pittman. Carr's not a bad quarterback. We saw what he did with Amari. We saw what he did with Michael Crabtree. I think it's too much from Bryan Edwards we thought we were going to get. But Renfro, man, he's another one. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. You can get him cheap. Get him in your lineups. Don't mess around. This is another guy, dude. I want on my team. I don't care if I have to trade a second-round pick. He's only 26, 27 all day. What are your thoughts on Renfro, guys? Let's hear it. Do you think this guy has a wide receiver too? I mean, think about what we wanted in Landry with Baker. We see OBJ go away. We're like, okay, Landry's going to be there. Well, they don't like to pass the freaking ball. What do the Raiders do? They pass the freaking ball. Who's the beneficiary? Waller and now Renfro. Get him in your lineups, guys. Get another guy I'd be targeting. Let's keep it going because those are my overlays. That's what you got. Let's talk Mac Jones. Here's another one. We've got Trey Lance. As far as rookie quarterbacks, we've got Justin Fields, Trevor Lawrence, all these guys we thought were going to be studs, and we got Mac Jones just outperforming everybody. QB3 last week. Is this guy a trade target in redraft or dynasty? Obviously, I'm talking super flex. No, don't yell at me, Mom. I'll be there later. I don't know why she's probably taking her meds. But Mac Jones, I love what he's doing, but I think he's always going to be capped as far as upside goes because of that scheme. I don't think you're going to get QB1 numbers enough to have this guy in your lineup. To me, he's a sell. I'd sell him while he's hot. Go get you a quarterback with more upside. Get you a guy maybe you can get a little cheaper. Maybe go a Carr or Cousins. I don't think you're going to get the Mac attack to be that QB1 that you want. Fields, jury's still out. I'm still a fan of Lance. I think he's got to clear up some things. Let's keep going. Let's talk some receivers. Who are you buying? This got posted earlier when I made this post on Twitter. Somebody asked me Sutton or Ayuk. What are you doing here, Daddy? What are you doing, Matty? I'm not talking about, will you talk Latino Heat or should I talk Sutton, Ayuk? It is football, but it is wrestling. I can't think right. Ayuk and Sutton. Sutton can't stay healthy. This is another guy. Man, what I wanted and what I've received. I was like, oh, man, Sutton started out hot, and he's really not been hot since then. 9 targets in the last 3? Can't stay on the field. You got Judy just jumping all over the place. Aaron Rodgers might be in Denver. Do I want Sutton? No, can't do it. He's another one. Let's talk chats. I'll put it on there. That way you guys can see it too. Sutton or Ayuk. Excuse me. Still new to the melon. Never had a melon before. All right, I think I posted it. I think. Maybe I didn't. Trying. There it is. Oh, whiskey. Sutton or Ayuk? Oh, the shot callers. What a network. Can I get a hell yeah? More beer, more whiskey. What? Fantasy life. Shot callers. Balu. Get laid tonight. Lay him out. Appreciate you, brother. My way. Saying the highway. Nobody came here to hear me sing, though. Yeah. So Sutton or Ayuk. Fantasy, redraft, dynasty. Redraft, you don't want to depend on either one of these guys. It's just gross. But in a million years, did I think I'd be saying Brandon Ayuk over Sutton? Because Sutton was a stud. From SMU, he had a lot of upside. I got to go Ayuk, though. You got Trey Lance. When I saw this, I was like, dude, Trey Lance throws that deep ball good. He's going to be a gamer. He's raw. But I thought that was going to be your hot spot. I think Ayuk's cheap right now. You have Sutton and Kittle blowing up, but they also can't stay healthy. Get some Ayuk. I don't think Sutton could be, not even playing in 2 years. That's the way I feel. Maybe I'm a little too harsh on the guy, but here's another one. I'm going to write in the comments so everybody knows what I'm talking about. Excuse my language. Language of love. MattyDaddy. All right, here's another one. CEH. Surprise, surprise. He's coming back against Dallas. We've seen what Williams did last week, RB1 overall. What are we doing with CEH if we're a redraft owner? Do we trade him on the bump? I think you trade him right now. I don't think the Chiefs' offense is as good as you think they are. I don't think Williams is going away. We saw the damage he did last week. 9 for 101, I believe, in the passing game. Reed trusts him around the goal line. Maybe it's time to sell Clyde Edwards-Helaire. I think maybe in Dynasty too. Oh, God. And that's what's funny about this is we were like, it's funny we put our pre-draft hats on. We're like, oh, man, Clyde Edwards-Helaire is just such a good route runner. We do this with so many players. And then it gets to the NFL and coaches use them completely different. I mean, look at Josh Jacobs. Oh, man, he's like Kamara. He could pass catch. We do the film, and it's obviously doesn't translate the way we thought it does. But Clyde's another guy. Clyde, maybe it's time that ship sailed. Can you get a first for him? I think you still can. But MattyDaddy, at first, if I'm getting a late first, that's not a running back. I don't think it has to be. I think it's more of a trade asset. I think you can get a first and a second. For a lot of guys, we talked Wentz earlier. I think I'd rather have Wentz than a late first, late second. Clyde, would I rather have Clyde than a late first, late second? Is it sad to say I'm kind of at that point that I'm ready to kind of just say no? Daryl Williams is good. I think it's tough, man. I just don't see RB1 weeks out of Clyde Edwards-Helaire moving forward. Maybe I'm a little harsh on the kid, but just my way of doing things. Let's talk A.J. Dillon. Oh, A.J. Dillon, trade value. This guy's been a beast. We're dealing with the whole injury with Aaron Jones. God, is it just me or did everybody love A.J. Dillon coming out? When you see the weight this guy has, everything about it just makes me want to buy this guy. Would I give up a first? Granted, that's tough because he wasn't seeing the targets. We're in tough spots right now because you only have a couple weeks and you have to move picks to compete. Are you giving up a pick? I'm probably not giving up a first. But if I'm maybe the Clyde Edwards-Helaire owner, maybe I'm getting A.J. Dillon in a second. Or my God, if I could move Clyde in a second for A.J. Dillon in a first, maybe we're just dreaming here, brother. But let's just say it happens. Another one I might be targeting, some different guys. What are we doing? What do you guys think about A.J. Dillon? What do you guys think about Clyde Edwards-Helaire? How close is it in Dynasty? Are you on the Clyde Edwards-Helaire bandwagon? Or do you think now's the time to get off before he plays Dallas? He is battling that knee injury. We've seen him kind of shit the bed a couple times. Had some good games, but I'm kind of losing value of this guy. What about Elijah Moore? God, I'm blowing up the chat tonight. That MattyDaddy on the Fantasy Network, he just talks to himself. Doing a good job. You got to start, kind of crawl before you walk. If late night delight isn't here, it will be soon, so don't worry about it. Let's talk Elijah Moore, though, because this guy has balled lately. We're talking 10 points in the last 4. He's been getting the target, 6 targets a game. Another guy to keep your eyes on. Like, Jets are terrible. They're stinky. We get Flacco this week. I don't think Flacco's got an arm left. Might be a guy he's targeting more than the other guys. I think he could sneak into this RB2 or dirty mouse. I think he could sneak into the wide receiver 2 threshold for the rest of the season. We've seen Crowder, the short balls. This is a guy, another one I'm liking. I think you can, now's the time to get him before he really does. It is the Jets, so let's pump the brakes. By the way, Michael Carter against Buffalo, who saw that coming? I mean, come on. He's getting the work. That's why, but I wasn't about it. Elijah Moore, though, man, another good dynasty target. He's heating up. Maybe we should have went a couple weeks earlier, but we're finally seeing the consistency. So I think now you buy this prospect. I think you can hold value in redraft in dynasty. We're looking at roster players that can we put on a roster, get consistency or get big weeks. I think Elijah Moore offers that upside in redraft and dynasty, and he's not breaking the bank. This is another guy. I'm not sure you're going to pay a ton for him, but he might be a throw-in piece. So we're looking at throw-in pieces, guys that can help you out. Obviously, who's hot, who's not. Another guy, what are we doing here? Because we saw Joe Lombardi's, I believe it's Joe Lombardi's offense. We saw the hype, the upswing. Guys, I think it's time we move on. If I could be like Mike Williams, how bad has this guy been? Just awful. Matchups aren't getting. Oh, finally got a question. Milton, Eckler and Chase for Kupp and Zeke. Man, now you're talking. Finally, Nitin, Valcidity. I appreciate the question. Would love to answer this. This is closer than it thinks. The thing we're running into is Kupp is on a bye week. Zeke gets to go against the Chiefs. We just saw Zeke get hot. This is tough. Man, I think I got to go Kupp and Zeke here, man. I want this to be the answer. I think Dallas's offense is only going to improve. I think our defense is good, but I do see some struggles on the way. So I think I go Kupp and Zeke here. Dynasty, it's hard to get rid of Chase. Nitin, is it a dynasty or redraft? Redraft, I'm definitely going Kupp and Zeke. Dynasty, I might be a little bit more hesitant to move Chase because he is playing he's probably a top 3 dynasty receiver right now, especially being attached to Burrow. I also think this week's going to be a big week for Chase, a big week for Burrow. You look at the matchup, this is what you want, in fantasy. Redraft. Then, yeah, if you've got some wins tucked away and you can afford to not have Cup this week, then I'd definitely go the Cup and Zeke side. Thanks for tuning in, brother. Always fun. Yeah. Heck yeah, dude. Always. A little redraft. Let's also talk that. Redraft or dynasty? Trade value. How does it change? Do you play dynasty like dynasty? You play it like redraft? I'm on the ropes all the time, brother. Let me bounce off of them. I'm back. I play dynasty like a redraft. I'm trying to win. If you're a dynasty owner and you have James Conner, are you giving up a first for him? This is scary. Uncharted territory, because we saw, his whole career in Pittsburgh, he was putting up 16 to 20 points per game when healthy. And now he's in Arizona. Everybody kind of shit on Chase Edmonds to start the season because of his size. We saw Conner with the goal line carries. If I'm a contender, I'll trade a late first. I'm sure most people are going to be asking for 2023 first if they're playing dynasty. But Conner, yeah, you got to buy this guy. I mean, no end in sight. We saw what Drake and Edmonds did last year where they're both RB2s. Conner's, he's got that top 5, league-winning potential. Then same with kind of A.J. Dillon. If Aaron Jones is out for the long term, we could be in some serious trouble there. Tight ends. Any tight ends you guys are buying? Anybody that kind of tickles the fanny? I'm going Cole Kmet. I like what he's doing with the Bears. I think the Ravens give up a lot of points to tight ends. This might be a guy you can snag this week. If you're playing redraft, you can probably pick him up off of waivers. But Kmet, man, this is another guy. He's young. He's tied to Justin Fields. He's going to get peppered with targets. We know A-Rob has sucked. I wouldn't say he sucks. But he's going to be another guy that's going to get fed as the years go. Cole Kmet, even in redraft, this is a good week to start that guy. Tight ends, Dawson Knox. What are we doing there? He's attached to this offense. He's kind of been hurt with the hand injury. He's had a bad week. Do you still start this guy against the Colts? Tight end's just a bitch. I think that's the moral of the story. Tight ends suck. All right, we're going to quit talking. Tight end, excuse me. But yeah, it's just gross. The Firemouse, the Knoxes, the Kmets. Then who's this Dan Arnold guy? How cheap is he, and where can I sign up to get him? Because how come all of Jacksonville's offense sucks, and yet we have Dan Arnold killing the game, baby? Get Dan Arnold at tight end, another one of those streamers you might be able to get off of waivers. I know we're not talking waivers. I need to stay in my lane. But another guy I might trade for in redraft, not give up that much. Give up one of those receivers that you're at the end of your bench. Maybe a throw-in. Dan Arnold's a perfect throw-in. Maybe a Gaskin. I feel dirty even saying Myles Gaskin. Do I maybe try to get him as a throw-in with this matchup? I can put him in my lineup. I don't want him in Dynasty, but this is kind of those short-term stocks. You're on the rope. You're just making a quick match. This is your opener. Get Gaskin, get Darnold, get those kind of guys. Let's see what else we got popping off here. Jay, go to bed. Get off my screen. What is he doing here? This guy. You want to talk heel? We got a heel on the freaking screen here. Plugged in with Jay. Always up in my business. He's a good dude. But he's walking that line, brother. Elbow drops and headlocks and drinking a rain at 11:36. Guys, if y'all want more MattyDaddy, at MattyDaddy FF, check out my YouTube channel, MattyDaddy Presents, where I do the wrestling, I do the football, the gaga. Oh, Jay, you got to get off my chat. You're messing up my show. Who's, anybody know that voice? That's, what's his name? One of the Stooges. Rain. I'm making it rain at 11:36. That's how you know you love this fantasy football. Guys, what are we doing with Mike Williams? Are we trading this guy in Dynasty? Or are we keeping him? Redraft, you can't start him, right? He sucked. This guy's got to be out of there. Yeah. So I made the mistake. I started Mike Williams. I was like, oh, it's Minnesota last week. I got to start him over cussing. This is what happens. Over Hunter Renfro, and I will forever cry in my grave. Muhammad, you trade Mike Williams. Don't even think about it. Do it right now. Stop what you're doing and go trade Mike Williams. This guy can't stay healthy. We've seen the offense target him early, but you're not going to get it, man. 5 points over the last, I don't know. I think it's been 6 games. You get whatever you can for Mike Williams. If you can get a first, I'm proud of you. But you're probably getting a second, which at that point, why even trade him? But the old top hats talking the talk over there. Yeah. Mike Williams, another guy. We've got a bunch of questions coming in. Thank you guys for the questions. As far as streams go, late night, you're setting your lineups, you're looking at your team, people are making trades. You really have that window of Wednesday to Thursday to make a trade. After that, people are kind of hell-bent on their rosters. I don't see a ton of trades go down on Saturdays. Yeah, Jay, appreciate the love, my man. It's been fun. Nice little rivalry we've got going on. Definitely enjoying the Fantasy Football Network, too. This is my first show under this brand, Roster on the Ropes. Bunch of good guys here trying to put out quality content all the time. Definitely give Fantasy Football Network a follow. If you're not on Instagram, check them out on Twitter, Facebook, MySpace. They're all over. They're kicking butt and taking names. All right, guys, let's get to a little wrestling let up. For anybody that's watching, let's talk wrestling. What is your favorite wrestler and why? If you've got anything, Marty. You know how many times autocorrect is on there and it says Marty? I get called Marty more than I get called Matty. Only person who calls me anything else is Jay, and he calls me Daddy, but that's whatever. Nor here nor there. Any wrestling comments? Any other players? What are we doing with Brandon Cooks, guys? Brandon Cooks, let's talk about it. I thought this guy was going to quit on his team. Now he's got Tyrod, his BFF, back. Another matchup they should smash. What are we doing with Brandon Cooks? He's got Tennessee this week. This could be a good matchup. We've seen Tennessee, literally give up points to everybody at the receiver position. Brandon Cooks, yeah, he's a start, but is he a trade target? I think he is. I think with Tyrod, you put him in your lineup, set it and forget it. We got to remember this guy was wide receiver 13. Oh, Ultimate Warrior. Jay bringing up Ultimate Warrior. Got to love Ultimate Warrior. If you haven't checked out all the A&E shows, things like that, a lot of wrestling intel to check out. He's my Saquon Barkley of 2021. Just hadn't lived up to the hype. But Brandon Cooks, very intriguing target. This might be a guy, if I've got Mike Williams, that I maybe try to move Mike Williams in a piece and get Cooks, get the upgrade, see what you can do here. This is another spot. Brandon Cooks could be a league, or at least a league winner, if not a week winner. But trade, Cook balls. Cooks those balls. Yeah, Tennessee's, and it's weird Tennessee's had this kind of hot streak where they're winning games. Would have never seen it. What about Trevor Simeon? The ultimate game manager. It's crazy to see him sneak in the top 5 quarterback last week. But Brandon Cooks is another guy. A lot of intrigue, a lot of what to do. What about Thursday night? We've got, Atlanta, New England, 47-point over-under. What do we get out of Atlanta after how bad they did, how bad Matt Ryan was? You've got the whole New England Super Bowl narrative. Is there a trade target for Atlanta you're targeting? Oh, we're talking, Jay's talking wrestling. Keep it. The masterpiece, Chris Masters. Everybody remembers the Master Lock. The Master Lock Challenge. Another guy kind of got a fair deal. I thought he was a lot better than people gave him. I think him and Carlito was a hell of a tag team as well. I remember I think that was the 05, 06, 07 range. We had a pretty good run. Can't throw too much bad shine. Where is he now? I think he's still wrestling. but kind of felt like he should have had a bigger part. He might have been one of those mid-card guys that should have been a main eventer. Definitely had the look, the body, maybe just wrong time frame, wrong situation. Situation. We got Bobby Masterlock. Yeah. Damn. Fucking Bobby Lashley's a big dude, too. It's crazy. I don't know how he even moves. Crazy. Yeah. 100%, man. He's got a big mat. Hardcore Holly, yeah. Another one. Hardcore Holly. Like, you just know that guy was tough. Like, I did not want a piece of Hardcore Holly. He's probably a dickhead, but I'm sure if you, like, knew him, he's probably cool as shit. But he's one of those, he's like that veteran coach that, like, you literally got to be doing. All right, Jay. We're going to go ahead and post it. Why not? Black Brock Lesnar, 100%, but Brock Lesnar's got the intensity. I think Brock Lesnar's damn near one of the most entertaining wrestlers there is. Yeah. Yeah, which he probably deserved. Like you said, Hardcore Harley was awesome, but he took down a peg. I think that was his own, I think he needed that. Sometimes you need somebody to show you who's boss. Let's keep it going. Any more fantasy trade questions? Any players you guys want to talk about? We've got these, top 5 receivers last week: Diggs, Debo, Lamb, Hill. Let's bring up Kendrick Bourne, another guy that's not really on anybody's trade targets. I don't know if I want Kendrick Bourne and if I trust him. Wide receiver 32, but it was kind of all in one game, I believe. Not a guy I'm targeting. New England. What are they going to do against Atlanta? I think they're going to run the rock. Does Atlanta get the upset win here? Is this something we kind of don't expect? We've seen them play pretty good in some games and shit the bed in others. New England's kind of a mixed bag as well. We got to see. Oh, here we go. TJ Hawkinson, 100%. I know he was on the Scrooge's list. Maybe some players that burned him. Hawk, though, another guy. I just don't think you can get this guy. Even if he struggles, it's TJ Hawkinson. I mean, at least he stayed healthy, right? But, yeah, tight end's just nasty, dude. When you look at tight ends and you're looking at, Knox, Freiermuth. Hunter Henry's been on fire. Is he going to keep it going? That's another good one. We've seen Janu Smith. I thought he was going to be the guy, man. And he's been nothing. He's been hurt. Henry's been the guy. It's kind of role reversal. Pretty sure Hunter Henry missed like all of camp, everything, then comes on late. Just pretty impressive in my opinion. But another guy, a tight end just sucks. But yeah, if you can get Hawk on your dynasty team, if you can play redraft and put Hawk in your lineup every week, that's a lot better than getting a 0 from a guy like, Gerald Everett. 0 points in one game, 14 in the other. You can't trust that. You can't trust what Knox is doing with the hand injury. Comes back last week, barely plays, 3 points. Not what you want. Go get you some Hawk. Easy, guys. I said Hawk. So let's do a kind of a recap as we're heading down to the show. Talked a lot of wrestling. Chris Masters, Bobby Lashley, all these guys. If you missed any of it earlier, I did a couple wrestling comparisons. I'm not really going to hit it too hard. I'm just going to show you the overlays. Next show will be a little bit more prepared. With it being my first, I'll have to get some more overlays made. Not a problem. Overlays by Matty. If you guys need your overlays made at a cheap, fairly good discount, hit me up. So we had Eddie Guerrero. Let me get Jay's comment. That mug off the page. Oh, it's like he knew. Oh, this sucks. Should I trade Diggs and Jacobs? Miles say yeah, do it. Don't walk, run. George Diggs, yeah, he's great, but you got Beasley there. You got Emmanuel Sanders. You got Knox. They don't necessarily have to depend on Diggs. So you give me Mike Evans with Brady, that connection they got, that deep threat. We've seen Godwin, we've seen Brown. Give me Najee Harris all damn day. Get rid of Jacobs and Miles Sanders. You can't start either one of those guys. You can at least start Mike Evans and get wide receiver 2 weeks with wide receiver 1 flashes. But Najee's a stud, man. George, go do it right now. Whoever's giving you Najee and Mike Evans, yeah, do it. Please, go do that now. That's a hell of a deal, man. I'm proud of you. Yes, 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 yes. Oh, my green screen. No, no. I got to get up real quick. All right, we're back here on Jefferson instead of Diggs. I think that's another sweet spot, man. I prefer Jefferson just with Minnesota's offense, but Buffalo is a top-ranked offense. So I don't think you can go wrong. That's just kind of your preference right there. I'd probably hold on to Jefferson over Diggs, just personal preference. You're going to get some down weeks from both, but it's going to be better than, you're losing Diggs. I mean, I'd keep Diggs probably. Diggs or Jefferson, it sucks. I like them both. Yeah, I can. Jay, you still talking, man? Yeah, man, love the new show. Still hate. I love when people hate me because that means I'm doing my job. That's one thing I've learned. Haters are everywhere. If they're giving you attention, that means you're over, baby. But let's see what else we got here. Got some more. Appreciate you guys watching, by the way. Is a little late, baby. Got to just keep going after it. Appreciate you, Kyle. Appreciate the support. Anybody hadn't checked out Kyle on Instagram, social media, kicking ass behind the scenes and on all these live streams. Give the guy your support. He's a great mind of the business. Let's talk more wrestling, though, because that's what the MattyDaddy does. When he's not talking football, he's talking wrestling. Latino heat. Does Hunter Renfro have any Latino heat in there? Any fire like a Guerrero? Dude, Hunter Renfro, I've told you. I've sold him. I'm not selling him. He's on my team. I'm sold on him. I think I'm in love, man. Yeah. Right there with you. If your RBs suck, man, you got to go with, Allen and Diggs is dope. Dope is dope. It was smoke. Love it. Thank you for tuning in, George. Make sure you subscribe to the Fantasy Football Network channel so you can come in here on late nights and get that trade fever, baby. Get it going. Look at all these signs. We got any good signs behind me? McCole is Miss Hot. Definitely cool. Definitely hot. A.J. Brown for Fournette and Waddle. Well, I'll be damned. Harry Wolf, this actually has me intrigued, my man. I think I can dig this trade. You get Tua against the Waddle against the Jets, Fournette against the Giants, and all you're giving up is A.J. Brown. I think I'm doing it, man. I mean, he is going up against Houston, but still. I think you take Fournette and Waddle. I think you run with it, my man. Oh, no. Golly. The life of a wrestler, Jay. I don't know how you did it. Oh, man. So, wait. You've got James Conner, Patterson, and Jacobs. I mean, still, though, dude, all it takes, Patterson's injured. James Conner's injury prone. Go get you Najee Harris, dog. Like, there's no reason to have Jacobs or Sanders in your starting lineup. Yeah, Jacobs going to have a couple good weeks. I don't want any part of Philly's backfield. I don't care who it is. Dude, get you Najee. He could be a league winner, especially with those receivers you got on your team. Go get you some Najee. Don't even think about it. I don't think about it. Yeah, exactly. Jay's on point. He gets it. Like, smash that shit. Yeah, Chavo Guerrero, though. I didn't really ever get into him. I think maybe it was because Eddie was so damn good. It was hard to, really cheer for Chavo as much. Remember the Kerwin White gimmick? Time of wrestling, right? Let's see what we got here. What else did I go over in case anybody missed it? Still learning these, everything that goes on here. I like Cam Newton against Washington. Let's just say he's the quarterback next year. You're getting a hell of a deal for pretty much nothing. Another guy I'm targeting. Like I said, thank you, George, for tuning in. We appreciate you here over the Fantasy Football Network. You're a good man. Yeah, here's another one. Cam Newton, though. Great matchup against Washington. I expect a good week. Why is he Hulk Hogan? Like I said, he doesn't go away. He just stays there. We've seen bad quarterbacks be good. Like I said, Tyrod Taylor's doing it now. Maybe this was the time. We saw Blake Bortles used to do it all the time. Another quarterback. Yeah. Otto Holmes. You get it? I love it, dude. Thanks for tuning in. You the man. Here we go. Yeah. Oh, I wasn't ready for that. Yeah, that hair though. Jesus Christ. I wish I had hair. I got a bald head, baby. Oh, okay. Jay, why are you smoking pot right now? You're too funny. I love Rugrats. Jesus, that was our childhood, wasn't it, dude? Let's see what else we got here. Who else? What other wrestlers did I drop on you guys? Of course, I did. I did Gold Dust. Can anybody give me their Gold Dust voice? Jay, that's terrible. I would never. It's almost uncomfortable doing the Gold Dust voice, but it is 2021. We're a lot more accepting. If you want to go around dressing like Gold Dust, I'll probably think it's funny and whatever. More power to you. Is Carson Wentz Gold Dust? Was that maybe the best overlay to use to compare Gold Dust to Carson Wentz? Probably not, but another trade target of mine. Here's a fun one because I think this guy is about to be a stud. Ramonde Stevenson. Yes, it was 1 week, but I've been waiting for it all season, guys. Last call to it. Go get Ramonde. If not for this week, for the future. I think this guy has got it. I think he's better than Sony Michel. I think he's going to be that guy behind the scenes Belichick depends on. Another guy I'm loving. Oh, wait. Let me do a macho. I'm talking to you, Jay, the plug. Yeah, Macho Madness. Freak out. February 26th at the Civic Center. Oh, hell yeah. The Undertaker. Got the black lung. Austin 316. I mean, dude, between him and Hogan, is there bigger wrestling? Obviously, The Rock, but The Rock's bigger in life. Hollywood Brown, though, man, this is another guy I could see being a wide receiver one for a long time. I loved him out of college. I was a little disappointed. I think we all kind of sold this guy. I think we sold pretty much the Ravens in general. I think we sold Lamar Jackson short when he came out. And now we've seen that both these guys produce, and they're that damn good. This is another guy. Target everywhere. He's going against the Bears. Now's the time to get him after those 2 bad games out of the last 4. Moving on. I talked Ultimate Warrior, Jay. I loved Ultimate Warrior growing up. I thought this guy was larger than life. I loved the tassels, running down into the ring. I had one of my funnest Raws dressing up as the Ultimate Warrior, doing a bunch of extracurriculars and, kissing wives and hugging babies, whatever they say. But maybe he was a little too over, kind of like Saquon Barkley. Maybe he's too big for his own good. And he hit it too hard, too fast, and now he's kind of paying the price. So another guy, maybe I'm fading at the cost, and maybe now's the time to get off. Maybe he won't be what you thought. Maybe he has a couple good games, and hey, you can make a profit off of it. But definitely intriguing here. Just, I'm not about it. And I said it. Viva La Raza, baby. Hunter Renfro. Another player I'm in love with. Gets the Bengals this week, Dallas next week. He's putting up points. He's Carr's BFF. Hot tags express. These are the guys you want to either deal or no deal. Guys, we've almost made it an hour talking roster on the ropes. Thanks for everybody that's tuned in. Like I said, leave a rating, a review. Anything you can do is greatly appreciated. Fantasy Football Network is the real deal. Behind the scenes, these guys are grinding every day of the week to give you guys amazing fantasy football advice and content worth checking out. We got a big game tomorrow, Atlanta, New England, 47 points over under. Let's take the over. I want a shootout. Thursday night's bowling night. Should I bowl? Should I watch the game? What am I going to do? I probably need to stay home with the kids and wife, watch Atlanta, see if we get it. Pitts. Pitts had some good games. I think he had 120. He had 170, 167, something like that. This guy was it Blinkoff finalist. We've never seen a tight end do that. This would be another guy. I'd love to see Pitts break out on Thursday Night Football against New England. Like, New England might be a little underprepared. Crazy shit happens on Thursday nights all the time. We saw Baltimore lose last Thursday. I mean, come on. Who saw that coming? Nobody. Swerve, bro. Vince Russo. I'm trying to get him on my show. Yeah, so Fantasy Football Network. I'll be here every Wednesday night doing these streams. I'm going to try to do some more work with these guys, put out some more advice. I'm going to try to hop on Sunday. Had a little things happen in the family, but I'm going to make it my best to make sure I'm on here, guys. Anything you guys need at all, don't hesitate. That's what we're here for, is to help you win. Trade advice, fantasy, redraft, dynasty, DFF, point spreads. We do it all. That's what we're here for. Real quick, before someone is offering, I got to make these trade calls. Alex, thank you for tuning in. Let's hit this question. Someone is offering me James Robinson and Amari Cooper. Ooh, it's not bad. Here's my concern. Okay, God, I feel like we're at this point. This is redraft. I'm guessing James or Alex. James Robinson's been a stud. Amari Cooper hasn't. But Kupp is a league winner, man. Kupp's going to win you your fantasy playoffs. We have no Wood now. This is a different team. I don't think it's going to take some time for OBJ. We're not even sure OBJ is that guy. So I think those targets are going to keep going Kupp's way or even more. So I hate that this sounds like a fair trade and that you might do it. But if you're a team if your eyes is on winning a championship, I'm probably keeping Cooper Kupp, man. I don't think there's any reason to trade him right now. Depends on how bad your team is hurting at running back. If it's literally where you can't, it's a bleeding wound, and this is the only way. But roster construction, I'm holding Kupp. Cooper's been inconsistent. Now you add. Dude, yeah, I'd ask for more, man. I'd try to get a better receiver than Cooper Kupp. If you're doing this trade, I think you have to ask for more. Struggling with depth, I mean, maybe go out there and get you a running back, like a Ramonde Stevenson, somebody like that. But I'd rather have Kupp as a game changer at receiver. Yeah, see what you can get, man. It just depends. You have to see what's out there, but you need more. Ooh, hitting me with the hard questions. Kyle, killing me. You got to love all these receivers, right? It's tough. I still feel dirty ranking Tony. I love Judy's talent too. To me, this is really close. I'm putting my Miss Cleo hat on here. I like Judy a lot. I think Aaron Rodgers might be there next year. I think no matter who's there, it's Jerry Jeudy's show. I think the targets are there. I feel the same way about Jeudy as I feel about Hollywood, but I think Jeudy could be better. I think he's going to be a career wide receiver 1. Pittman's right there at 2. I think I'd go Tony 3, Bateman 4, and I like Bateman a lot too. But I think I'm sitting tight with Jeudy. If it's dynasty, definitely keep Jeudy as your 1. Then I'm going Pittman. I honestly like Tony a lot. He was another guy, came out, fantasy analysts always shit on him, but NFL scouts love this guy. They all thought Tony was the real deal. I think Bateman's the real deal too, but I think Hollywood's the guy I prefer there. Kyle, thank you for the question. I love dynasty. I do this year-round, guy. I love redraft because I love winning, but I love the spank bank of thought with dynasty because it is deep dives. You're thinking a year down the road, 6 months. 6 months, I'd rather go with Jeudy and Tony than Pittman and Bateman, but it's real close. My payoff is I'm hoping Jason Garrett's away from New York, and then Jeudy gets a quarterback. Then this is a game changer of a trade. So Pittman has Wentz, but I also think they add a Gallup. They add, somebody else to that receiving core. I don't know necessarily if that's going to be able to support it with John. Damn, I'm going deep dive here. As I asked DLF, guys, I don't want to go, but I got to. I'm on that hour mark. I made it. I'm an Iron Man. Another trade. Kyle, we're going to definitely have to talk some dynasty then, man. Because even though redraft goes, dynasty's year-round, and you're always thinking trades. Oh, baby. In another league, I have Barkley, Chubb, Monty, Gibson, and Hunt. Hurting for a receiver. Which kind of trade do you think I can make for a stud? So we're at this point. Oh, Gibson sucks. Gibson has gotten lucky. Hunt's going to come back, or are we going to wait too long and he's going to be gone? Yeah, 100%, dude. When that's the problem with Garrett, I hate to keep flip-flopping, but Garrett was offensive coordinator like 7 years ago, and then he jumps in New York, and he's, I got it back. Just a 7-year learning curve. Let's get back to this question. Chubb, Hunt, I'm keeping. Maybe trying to go get D'Ernest Johnson if he's cheap, because this is that good. So that leaves Monty, who, hell no, I'm not trading. This is another guy, RB1 upside every single week. So Gibson and Barkley, you can probably get more for Barkley than you can Gibson, I would think. So I'm trading Barkley away, or Gibson. I don't care. I think you need Gibson more or less just for the health concerns, and he falls into the end zone in the right matchup. They do get Carolina this week, so Gibson could be a good play. Carolina's a pretty good defense, but we've seen that Gibson just needs the luck of a touchdown. So get rid of Barkley and go get you a stud receiver. Get you Debo at a piece, man. Maybe, Debo's going to get the targets, things like that. Maybe a Diggs that's going down. I think you can literally trade Barkley for a stud receiver and a piece. So definitely not a bad move to make. Go get you a Hunter Renfro and a stud receiver. Get you a twofer. Get you Barkley. Go try hit the Hunter Renfro owner up. Offer him Barkley, and then go the next. See if he has a wide receiver one you can get. And that's another one to do. God, this dang green screen. Buy low on DK, 100%. Another guy I love. Love DK. I love Lockett. Lockett's like that perfect. Lockett's that perfect guy. He's going to win you some weeks, and he might shit the bed. But with Russ coming back, another guy. Let's see. I think I answered those. Thanks for the questions, though. It makes this shit way more fun. I'm good at talking to myself, but yeah. What happened? Can y'all hear me? Sometimes you got to check the microphone. Yeah, we're good. Yeah, buy low on DK. I think you buy low on a lot of those pieces there. Let's see if I've missed any other ones. Yeah, DK would be a sweet one. I'm definitely getting Saquon off my team, though. I don't like Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Elijah Mitchell being banged up sucks for him. I would say go after a San Fran running back, but that's getting muddy. Appreciate the comments, Kyle. You're a stud as well. Guys, if y'all have any questions, we're just getting started. As we say, it's the cream of the crop, and nobody's doing it better. This is the first show of many. I'm going to keep grinding. Next week will be even better. Matty, what do we look out for? It's Thanksgiving, guys. Nobody's got to work Sunday morning. You're probably checking on the turkey throughout the night. I'm going to have some Thanksgiving talk. Let's talk Survivor Series. We got wrestling. Any Survivor Series memories, clips. Let's talk trade targets for those Thanksgiving games. It's going to be literally the next day in your face, but we'll make sure we run it. We run it well because nobody's doing it better than the Fantasy Football Network. MattyDaddy, later.